Good afternoon. Thank you, dear colleagues. Of course, it's all comparative. Yes, it's hard for everyone, but when you take a look at it, uh, at the when you talk with your colleagues from the front line, other communities which are directly on the contact line, then I can say that it's all well and good. Yes, we fall asleep and uh, the sirens, people don't get used to anything. And this is better than falling asleep during chilling. I'd like to tell a bit about my community, although I can tell about it for days. I'd like to tell you as much as possible how attractive it is, but I'd like to note briefly that we have one of the biggest Hromadas communities in the Sumy Oblast in 2020. It was amalgamated to this city of Romny had 74 villages joined. This is a significant work and a lot of responsibility, but we are responding to this channel and try to work with it powerfully. And this kind of challenge, same as the rest of the country, war has suddenly was not suddenly added to it, but unexpectedly. But we have encountered the enemy in a unified manner. When we filled in the questionnaire, which heroic efforts of your inhabitants would you like to emphasize? Like to emphasize the efforts of our people who try to provide information directly to our headquarters, to me directly about the movement of equipment. This was unified, powerful, and this information was given from me to the oblast. We were surrounded since the 24th February, the start of the invasion, till the 13th of March. The enemy was going around our community, sometimes entering the city, but quickly running through, being afraid of finding resistance. We were ready. How as much as that was possible at the time, but once again, thank God, they went on and left. They moved on, left our community beside, leaving a ruination of mostly roads behind them. In general, our community didn't suffer, and thank you, doesn't suffer. Thank God, and today a few destructions, much like other towns. But sometimes you sit down and think, and what would we do if we have done there so that there is no fighting? Analyzing the work of the city council of inhabitants, you understand that there was plenty of important work done, such as organizing communal services, receiving humanitarian aid, giving out humanitarian aid, for it all to be done in a proper, lawful way. And we try to, as much as possible, for people not to feel lacking in anything, be it water supply, heating. We were ready at the start of the 2023. We were, the entire community was, all institutions, schools, etc., all of the critical infrastructure was provided with generators. Of course, great thanks to every organization who was involved in that. Abroad foreign partners as well. And I am proud, really, but with the teamwork, how important it is, especially in the complicated conditions. They are not exceptionally hard. I'm repeating that to my conscience when they ask how what it's like for you compared to others, and thank God. And when once again you receive humanitarian, you say that we don't need it. You should better bring it to those who really need it, be it clothing or food or generators, etc. They keep proposing us, and we say no, it's fine. we don't take it enough for it not just to be there. That's wrong, I believe. And we also continue helping despite the different challenges, as I've mentioned before. We continue providing aid to territorial defense through social organizations by gathering funds. We conduct charity concert, although the start in the middle of 2022, the first charity concert there was a lot of negative emotion at the time. There's war in the country, and you are out here singing and dancing, and then everyone understood what's the point of it, and the entire country understood that this is a powerful support of our cultural support of our army. So we are emphasizing culture and also education. We try to provide conditions taking into account the military, the martial law. We'll try to support the education of our children, although the threat is still constant. Once again, there's criticism from certain authorities, certain, so to say, colleagues, quote unquote, that you want to be destroyed, for the shells in that place where the training is happening. But thank God it all went ahead and is relatively calm, and we keep teaching our nation, our future, those who will replace us, our children. And as I've said when analyzing our work, I am proud of that we didn't stop. We didn't stop for a second. We started this process and keep finding twin cities. We went to Spain. A representative head also to the western regions of our nation, and today we don't have any city who would like not to work for quantity but for quality, for them to be just a couple, but for it to be effective, for us not to be the receiver, but also for there to be mutual cooperation, whether in cultural or public utility, for us to also be interesting to partners. So we're working in this regard as well, and also I believe it to be a certain achievement of our community and our inhabitants. We have one of the most powerful centers for administrative service provisions in the Sumy Oblast, which provides more than 400 services, and today
there's a special window for the ex-combatants, and we are waiting for them to come, and we will be providing them free of charge and out of the queue services, because servicemen and servicewomen will return and they will urgently need to be serviced, like PSS, psychosociological support, or any other types of support. So we do our best in this field. We haven't stopped for a minute. The works done in the field of cleaning of the community. This is important to keep your streets clean, and Kharkiv has played a good role model for me when Kharkiv was heavily shelled by the enemy, and the mayor of Kharkiv would control the work of the cleaning department, the street cleaning department. And those, the workers who would plant flowers in the streets. So these flowers served additional hope and belief in the victory. And this is something that support the people of Kharkiv, and this is important. So everything seems to be timely. If you do something with cold heart, if you do it all together with your partners, and if you do everything thinking well before you do something. I don't think this is an achievement, but this is a great responsibility that rests on my shoulders that I've fulfilled. And we also know that there's a town of Inveruno, and you've been cooperating with them. They are not your twin town, but you have relations with that town. Probably the colleagues will listen to your case and will also follow in your footsteps. Footsteps, yes, we are in the process of signing an agreement of twin, and I hope that it will not only happen with the town of Inveruno, Italy. And here you see that the charge d'affaires was visiting us, and we hope that we will continue cooperating with them and with the Czech Republic, and we hope that we will sign an agreement with them as well, with the Czechs as well, and we will transfer our experience, and they will transfer their experience to us. So we're trying to participate to the fullest possible in all the projects, literally. I've made this decree, so to say, an official decree to, if there's a chance, we try to stay in touch with anybody. We want to be visible by everyone. Thank you, dear Association of the Cities of Ukraine, for helping us. And our community is an attractive one for investors, and I felt that as the head of the community. I feel it over the recent months. And I see there's a special attention given to the bordering communities. We will help to build those border communities. And currently we are addressed, we're offered to participate in industrial parks, water supply, the repairment or replacement of water supply, water pipes, supply system. And our partners are aware that we are geographically located we're in a good geographical location. So if you travel to Kiev, Sumy, Konotop, we're on the way. We're always on route. So of those who travel to those three cities, and we're taking advantage of they are our geographical location, but it is important. I can tell you that we are decent. We will deliver upon everything that we promise. And having attended different forums, I hear again and again some kind of fear voiced by our foreign partners about the existing corruption in Ukraine. Yes, the corruption is still here. We haven't fought over it, but I hope that we will curb corruption once and for all. Want it to happen as fast as we can, and that's my point of view, and I hope that we will fight corruption. And thank you very much. Yes.